Hey guys, I'm Kristen from College Lead. I help students with planning high school courses and extracurriculars and also guide them through the college application process. We have a super fun collab with Vinhui from Stanford today. And I guess before we get started with the fun game we're going to play, could you maybe introduce yourself?
Yeah, sure. My name is Vinhui. I am a incoming second year economics student at Stanford. I'm really excited to do this collab, and I think this is a great opportunity for everyone on Kristen's channel to learn more about Stanford, get excited about the college admissions process, and then maybe hop on over to my channel and then learn a little bit more about Stanford as well.
Yeah, check out Vinhui's channel. He goes into details on how he got into Stanford and a lot of tips and tricks there. But let's not focus too much on the serious stuff for this video and go a little more into some fun questions. So I thought that for this video, we could play a fun game of Never Have I Ever. So the first prompt, never have I ever owned more school gear than members of my family.
I 100% have more school gear than my
Wait, really?
Is this? Yeah, yeah, of course. My family barely has anything. I have like closets. I have like a sweater, like 3 different sweaters. I have so they also give out a lot of free stuff too. So like
that's
this shirt that I'm
true.
wearing, it says Nerd Nation on it. It was like free. They were just giving it out because we already got school spirit. So
yeah, no, that's true. That's true. Definitely for a lot of campus events, I would say I have definitely more gear. But if you want to average my time in all 4 years of college, I already graduated, by the way. So,
got you.
But if I want to average all 4 years, I would say my family owns more than me. Here, like this is my like childhood room that I grew up in, and my dad was the one who bought this, not me. And then, hang on, there's this one too. And then you know how you have like a Stanford flag behind you? So my dad bought this giant like Harvard 2019 like flag, and he just put it up in my room. And I was in college at the time, like I wasn't even here. He just put it up there, and like he has 4 different Harvard shirts. Anyway, so.
Hey, that's a really proud parent, and I think
he beats me there.
Yeah, I think that's really great to have that so much support on your side.
Yeah, but it kind of makes me want to like just hide whenever like introduces himself and also me to his friends. I'm just like, yeah.
Oh no, yeah, that part I'd rather live with.
Next one. Never have I ever had imposter syndrome. I have.
I have imposter syndrome every day. Every day.
It's a struggle, honestly. Wait, so tell me about how you sort of go through and deal with it.
Well, it's like I don't know, because like statistically speaking, if the acceptance rate is like 4%, then you have, what is that, like 25 other people for your one spot. So statistically speaking, it might have been a fluke, but I never think that my admission was like a fluke. I just think like I'm not as smart as everyone else there, if that makes sense. So it's kind of like a quasi imposter syndrome. So it's not as bad as like I'm terribly insecure about myself. Like it's fine. I just recognize that it could have easily not been me, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I think it's the same thing for me too, because I'm thinking there's definitely more students who applied and are qualified to attend either Harvard or Stanford than there were seats available in the university. So that's always something that happens in the back of my mind. Am I taking as much advantage of the resources here as other people might have done? But I think gradually I've tried to quash that. Yeah. Because it's just like it's just wasting energy and anxiety worrying about that, but it's still a process. I still struggle with it sometimes.
I think you gain the confidence the more you get used to the people there, and when you, especially when you enter the school, it goes in like a cycle. So like when I get to the school, everyone's really nice, and so I kind of like get to know them, and I think it's not too bad. Everyone's like on the same page, and then I start seeing like everyone's resumes and like their LinkedIn's, just like stalking them or whatever, and I'm like, wow, you cured cancer in high school. And so then I feel like a real imposter syndrome, and then it like cycles back, and then I start to know them even more, and we start becoming really good friends, and then it kind of just goes away whenever you see everyone as like human.
Yeah, I think that's the case too. I remember freshman year, I was just sitting at a table. Someone had won like the ISEF competition, another won the Intel competition, another one was like a national chess champion, and he had his own Wikipedia page. And I was just
Yeah.
sitting here like, I played the flute, but just kind
Yeah.
of.
I ran a club in my high school and that was it.
Yeah. But again, I think it's just like once you get to know them, then it's like super fun. And also,
Yeah.
there's like a common saying where you're kind of the average of the 5 people you're closest with. So I think that's one thing I really loved about being at Harvard, just because so many other people. Oh wait, what was that reaction?
I, well, I usually feel below. I usually feel below average, but it's not too bad because when I know I'm probably like in a lot of lecture halls, I'll know for a fact that I'm the dumbest person in the room. But that's like it's fine. It doesn't really bother me because that just motivates me to work harder. Like I like surrounding myself with people who are better because if I'm better than everyone else, then I'll just get arrogant and complacent, and then I won't do anything.
Yeah.
Because this is like a one stepping stone in like however long I have to live. So I
Mm-hmm.
enjoy when people are quote unquote better than me at something.
Yeah, no, same actually. Like that's what the saying says, but I also agree that I always feel like I'm on the lower half. But I think that pushes me to just like keep working, keep like growing. And that's what I really like. And I think something that I've learned throughout college was just focusing on sort of how much I learned and the rate of what I learned rather than where am I at right now.
I agree.
Yeah, so that's something that I developed. But on a less serious note, let's go to the next prompt. So, never have I ever had a funny encounter with a tourist on campus.
I have not, but I do. Okay, I'm actually a tour guide for the campus. I'm a tour guide at Stanford, but I've never. We started. They started recruiting freshman year, so I got in like the spring of my freshman year, and then that's when COVID happened. So I haven't actually given any tours, that's really sucks because I really wanted to be a tour guide. So I don't know. So I have like a year now to do whatever I want, and then when I come back, then we start doing that, and then I'm gonna get a whole lot of stories to tell you.
Let me see. Along those lines. Oh wait, I haven't told about my funny encounter with a tourist. So this was probably pretty far into midterm season. Everyone was really stressed. I honestly just woke up in my pajamas, walked to class, and attended class. So
That's
in
what
the
I do.
middle,
That's what I do on a regular basis. So don't worry.
I think my first 2 years, I like tried looking decent in the first week of school, and then later I just did not care. Like I'm literally in like work from home gear right now.
Yeah.
But I had like my glasses on, everything, and I was like literally just like this. and then it's just like like just writing like in class, just listening and paying attention, and then all of a sudden I see like this Chinese or Asian tourist, probably Chinese, I don't know, this Asian tourist.
Hey, you said it, not me.
Okay, the guy spoke Chinese, okay, but
okay.
This guy with like this DSLR. Okay, so the DSLR part normal, but the lens was like 6 inches long. Like this.
Yeah, like a whole photo shoot for like.
Yeah, and he was adjusting and pointing it into the window of our classroom to take pictures.
Oh, that's creepy. Ew.
And I was just like, so I was in the middle of class just like writing, and I was like, like, are you serious? You caught me at like my lowest point where I'm like just so stressed, working through finals and whatnot. I feel like an animal in a zoo, and like I'm pretty sure, unfortunately, this image is probably somewhere on WeChat where it's like, oh, it's so hard at work, and I'm just like. I think like I love that a lot of people are interested in Harvard and that it has a great reputation, but sometimes just constantly going to school with so many tourists
it does get a little annoying. Yeah,
it starts like, yeah, it gets a little much.
For the touristy spots at our school, it's like we have like the main quad, which is basically this huge complex of like classrooms, so that's also the tourist center. So then like especially when like during passing period where like between classes it's just so congested, so you'll have like hundreds of like people on their bikes because everyone rides bikes, and then you'll have like the tourists just like in the middle of the road just like going wherever they are and like taking the pictures, and like the other 5-year-old like by their side.
5-year-old,
so it gets a little
this is your
annoying.
future school, son.
You need to get into this school. Yeah.
Okay, let me see. I think I have just one more left, and we already
left.
Yeah,
Okay.
but I think, I mean, it's already 36 minutes into filming.
Time flies, my goodness.
Never have I ever gotten a grade lower than an A in college or high school.
Yeah,
I have.
definitely. Yeah.
Yeah. I guess this is more so just to like quash the idea of like straight A's that somehow still exists, even though I feel like a lot of students don't
Okay,
talk about it.
high school was definitely like mostly A's because it wasn't like that. It was like relatively competitive, but it was like I went to a huge public high school, so it wasn't too bad. So I was able to like kind of like cruise by a little bit. But then college, it just got so much harder, and also I cared a little bit less about my grades now. So actually, a lot less about my grades now. So
I think it's a matter of when you're in college, not necessarily caring less about your grades, but caring more about other aspects of your life,
Right,
whether
right.
it's
I
your
agree.
career, your friends, or something else.
yeah.
At least for me, high school was a really stressful process, and I didn't have much time to socialize, not gonna lie. I probably spent more time with friends in college than high school, if anything.
I think that's for most people, dude. As long as you don't like peak in high school, that's like most people's experience. When you go to college and then you have all this stress like just going away because you got in, and now you can socialize with friends and focus on like more important parts about your
Yeah.
future.
Exactly. And to get a job, you don't need to have a 4.0 unless you're applying to med school or you're pre-law, so that's different. But yeah, so I definitely had mostly straight A's in high school, though I did get like probably 2 B's. So I thought the world was going to end when I got that in high school, but it didn't. So
That's such
for
a
any
toxic.
viewers out
That's
there
such a
watching,
toxic.
it
I was
really
in the
doesn't
exact
matter.
same boat. That's such a toxic mindset to be in.
Yeah,
terrible.
exactly. Yeah, so again, other things matter than grades, SAT scores. It's more so about how you develop your extracurriculars, shape your essays, etc. And if you want any more tips, you can check out Vinplay's channel as well, since he has made a lot of content around this. Thank you guys for watching this video. I hope it was fun. Don't forget to check out Vinplay's channel. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and also subscribe for more content like this. Thanks, guys!